Welcome back to Brands. I'm Mark Brand from Alpha Controls, one of Canada's leading suppliers of sensing, measuring, and controlling instrumentation for a variety of different industries, such as life sciences, HVAC, process, chemical, just to name a few. In previous episodes, we've touched on many topics, including choosing the right instrumentation, the importance of calibration services, and even choosing the right service provider. Today, we're going to continue our talk on calibration, but we're going to look at the other side of the business, which is on-site calibration services. Your current calibration process probably looks something like this. You got to take all your instruments that require calibration, package them up, and ship them off-site to a calibration service provider like Alpha Controls. But let's say you had that one piece of instrumentation that your process just could not run without. This is where on-site calibration services plays a key role. Let's discuss that in a little bit more detail. One potential drawback of shipping your instruments in for calibration is downtime. It's not about just being without your equipment. It's also about the disruption to your operations and potentially being without that piece of equipment for days, if not weeks. And you got to think, it's not just about the equipment being in-house and the time it takes to calibrate. It's also the shipping and the packaging and all the handling of the equipment that also leads to these large delays. Now, you compare that to on-site calibration services, we come to you and you end up being without your equipment for maybe a couple hours. The other potential risk of shipping your equipment out for calibration is damage. There's always a chance of mishandling when shipping your equipment through large courier services. Does this look familiar? In some cases, your instruments might be so integrated into their operation, you might not be able to physically remove them from the process. This is where on-site services might be the only option. An example would be a pressure sensor controlling a room that just cannot go down. Again, this is where on-site services would be your only option. You may have instruments that you need to send in for calibration, or you may have others that require on-site calibration services. But it doesn't have to be either or. Here at Alpha, we have customers that utilize our in-house calibration services, while we have others that utilize our on-site calibration services. But we also have a variety of different customers that utilize both, depending on their operational needs. If you have any questions about calibration or instrumentation in general, feel free to reach out. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Brands.